Hola, hola. What's up, juniors? Class of 2023. Hello, my name is Ms. Vargas. I am the instructional coach here at Rancho Verde High School, also a Spanish teacher. And I am just popping in here, good afternoon or good morning, to tell you a little bit about what's happening on Wednesday, March 2nd. So on Wednesday, March 2nd, we have a very ambitious plan. We want to test everybody. You may recall that you had the opportunity to sign up to take the SAT. And we thought, well, I mean, it almost seems like a punishment that the people who sign up to take the SAT are the only ones testing. So guess what? Everyone is testing now. Woohoo! I bet you love me now, huh? So if you signed up to take the SAT, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna take the SAT. And I think out of all of our juniors, I think maybe about 300 of you signed up. So good job, bravo. If you're not taking the SAT, you are going to take a different test. You're going to take what we call the ICA. So let me actually share my screen and tell you a little bit more about this crazy plan that we have. Okay, so let me, here we go, slideshow. Okay, so 11th grade, you are taking, oh, by the way, rewind. On Wednesday, March 2nd, it is a full day testing day. That's all we're doing. There's no classes, there's no instructional time. You are showing up on Wednesday, March 2nd at 8:30 a.m. It's an early release Wednesday. You are done at 1:00. Everyone will be done at 1:05, and then that's it. There's no classes afterwards. So that's exciting. All right, so juniors and seniors, there was a few seniors that signed up. For anyone taking the SAT, all right, so listen up, this is for you. So if you are taking the SAT, and in a moment, your teacher, whoever is showing you this, will give you a link to this slides presentation, and you'll actually be able to click on this, and you'll be able to see exactly where you need to report. So based on your English teacher, you are going to report to one of these 4 classrooms, either 613, 803, anyways, you're going to report to one of these classrooms, and that's where you're going to take the SAT. So again, this is juniors that signed up to take the SAT. The SAT will take approximately 4 hours. It's divided into 4 sections. Make sure that you bring a calculator with you. You have 2 sections for reading and writing, and then 2 sections for math. One of the sections has a section with a calculator, so please have a calculator with you on this day. To prepare yourself, I mean, if you're gonna take this thing, you might as well do your very best. So how might you prepare? If you're not already connected to Khan Academy, this would be a good place to start. Again, once you have these slides, you can click here. This is a clickable link, and you can go to satpractice.org and get personalized practice based on your needs and places where you might need to improve your score. After you get your score, you can also connect your College Board account with Khan Academy and get even more personalized practice. So what are you going to need on this day? You need to make sure that you bring 2 number 2 pencils. Again, the old school number 2 pencils, no pens, no mechanical pencils. A calculator, your school ID. Make sure that you don't have anything that makes noises. Leave your Apple Watch or alarms or whatever at home. And it would probably be a good idea to bring some snacks or water. So during the test, you'll need to make sure that you listen to the directions of your proctor, whoever the teacher is in the room. Raise your hand if you have questions. Raise your hand if you need to use the restroom. And most importantly, please, 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 fam, no phones. I don't actually expect you to not have your phone on you, but it definitely needs to be powered off. The phone cannot be out, and it can't even sound. If a cell phone is seen or if it's heard, your scores will be canceled. Your scores have to be nullified. So please make sure you take this seriously and plan on powering off for the 4 hours that you are taking this exam. Then after the test, don't go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. You are done, you did it, bravo. Actually ignore this part because the day is actually over after the test. Make sure that you check back on College Board to check your scores, which will be available to you a couple weeks after you take this exam. And finally, like I said, I mean, most of you probably won't be taking this test again, but in case you are, you can connect your College Board account with Khan Academy and get personalized practice based on your score. So if you kind of were having needs or need improvement on some part of the test, Khan Academy will see that in your scores and give you specific practice for that. Okay, so like I said, that is the SAT. Alrighty. Okay, so if you're not taking the SAT, you are taking the ICA. All right, so you thought you were gonna not have to test? You are. So everyone is testing on Wednesday, March 2nd. Okay, so juniors, and this is just for juniors. Juniors, if you are taking the ICA, if you're not taking the SAT, you're taking the ICA, which is the Interim Comprehensive Assessment. So this is basically a practice version of the CASP. So as you probably remember, maybe when you were in 8th grade, that's probably the last time you took this test, we had to do state testing and it's called CASP. And this test, while it doesn't carry too much weight for you, it means everything to us. The CASP is how your teacher from way back when, your 1st grade teacher, your 2nd grade teacher that you adore, the current teacher, the teacher that's in class with you right now, we're kind of measured as a school on how well our students perform on the CASP. So we beg you, it would be very nice if you performed the very best that you could on this exam. So how do we get good at testing? Well, we got to practice. So, all right, coach, you already know, where are my athletes? We can't be training like this guy if we're trying to do our best. We need to be training like this guy down here. So this is how we need to be walking into our CASP test. And juniors, the fate of our entire school rests on your shoulders. So juniors will be the only ones taking this test, and the ICA is how we're preparing you to take that test. So what do you need on this day? Well, you're going to need your SSID number. So this is a different number than your school ID. So your school ID, that probably starts with like 200 something, not that number. When you log onto your Aries account, you're going to need to write this number down. And you have your state student ID, so SSID number right here. So that's where you can find it. So make sure you do that. You could even do that now. Write it down on a piece of paper and have it handy. So you'll need that in order to take the test. You will need a Chromebook. Please make sure it is charged, okay? A charged Chromebook. Bring your charger, and then you're also going to need some headphones. All right, so those 3 things you must have in order to take the test. If you don't have these things with you, this is going to be a very boring 4 hours for you. So make sure you bring this. All right, so the ICA, you're going to be taking 2, again, interim comprehensive assessments. You're going to take the math ICA, then we'll have a break, and then you'll take the English ICA. We have allotted 2 hours for each test. And that's basically it, fam. I did want to mention one thing that I didn't really talk about as far as where you're going to test. So your teacher will be sharing this slides presentation with you. And if you click on this link, you'll be able to see where you are assigned to test. So for example, if you're in, let's see here, if you're in Mr. Porter's 4th period English class, you're going to be testing in room 805 with Miss Galvez. So you'll need to look up your English teacher and period, and then look over here to see where exactly you are testing. All right, familia. So thank you, juniors. I know that was a lot of information. You're probably the most complicated group, but like I said, some of you are taking the SAT, and you know what you got to do there, and the rest of you are taking the ICA, and this is what you need to know. And if you are confused, just play the video again. All right, familia, peace out. Take care. Good luck. And we'll see you soon.